Hi, welcome to this presentation on the No system with its additional features, and I'm going to explain to you what are all the additional features that you can use in the No system. So once you have set up your No system using the VirtualBox or the dedicated images I have given you, I will talk about mainly the VirtualBox image now because it's very flexible. You can decide how many virtual systems you want depending on the number of departments you have in your organization. Let us say you might decide to have one virtual system serving every department, or you might clone the virtual system. Cloning means duplicating the virtual system and changing its host name and generating individual certificates for each host name. You can even have multiple virtual systems serving separate departments, so that you might keep their data private to each department. So depending on your privacy requirements, you might decide to have multiple systems or a single system serving everyone. There are pros and cons of each one. Like for example, you might have to backup. If you have multiple systems, you have to backup every system every day regularly. Or if you have only one single system, you might decide to back it up only. It's uniquely, you just have only one backup to take every day. So it's up to you. There are pros and cons of each thing. So depending on the privacy requirements, you can decide. Let's say once you create your virtual system and announce it to your users, you might ask them to register. You give them the link, the website link for your virtual system, and ask them to register in the register link. So this is the No system, and you can see that there is a register link here. So once they click this, they might either log in or register straight away. The operator is the default site admin. You might change the name from operator to something else. That is up to you. But that operator is the site admin, default site admin, and the default user, which is already created. But for other users, you might ask them to register on the site. After going to the site, visiting the site, they can register it. So ask them to click on register, and then they have to agree to these terms. And then you might create a username and password and their email address. All this they can create and submit it. Once they submit the request, the operator or the site admin will get a notification on the notification bar. Let's see that. So once they log in, once the operator logs in, see, this is the operator, and I fill the password for the operator and click login. So there is a notifications here. So then once you click on the notification, it will tell you activation required for deactivated or newly registered user, test user. So they can click on this activation require, and then they can go to their administration control panel. Let's say once you log in as the operator is the site admin, they can go through the ACP login, which is called the ACP page, which is called the administration control panel. I will be talking about many features of this panel and helping you to customize your board the way you like it. So this is what this video is all about. So let me go through the ACP control panel. Before going through that, I will also talk about how I got the scheduled maintenance here. There is a message saying that there will be a downtime of 2 hours. All these things are achieved by using something called extensions. Extensions are something which you can download from the phpBB website. If you go through the phpBB website on Google search, you can go through the first you can do a Google search for phpBB website, and once you go inside the phpBB website, there is something called extensions, and the extensions database is there, full database is there. So you can download whatever extensions of your choice and then extract that zip file. Once you extract the extensions zip file, you will see the author's name. Like for example, Kasimi, an author called Kasimi has released some useful extension called login required. So I will show you how to do an extract extension installation quickly. So let's just watch it now. And before I go through the extension, I will also give you a few tips on how to do this. Let's say, for example, in the troubleshooting forum, I go there. I have something called an unsubscribe. Below you can see subscribe forum or unsubscribe forum. So any user can subscribe for notifications on a particular forum. Let's say you have a help desk and you have a separate technical support team. The help desk will raise request and the technical support team will solve it, but both need notifications. So they need to subscribe to the forums. So just go below and go to the respective forum and ask them to subscribe or unsubscribe, whatever way they want. They can subscribe or unsubscribe to a forum. So they will start getting notifications in their notifications tab. They will get new topic, let's say new topic by test like this. So all these notifications they will get, and once they click on the notification, they can go through the post straight away. Approve it or unapprove it, whatever they want. The operator can do it. Operator has all the permissions, and this is how you will work on day-to-day basis. You can, of course, you can also customize your from your administration control panel. You can control whether post can be automatically submitted without approval also. I have given clues to you in the same zip file that you download. This no system extra requirements zip file contains a lot of articles, useful articles on how to customize it further. So please go through them before starting working on this system. So now let me take you through the ACP control panel, administration control panel. I click on this. It will ask you to authenticate yourself. So you authenticate again on the operator login. And then there are a lot of tabs here. You can see it: general, forums, posting, users and group, permissions, customize, maintenance, system, extensions. So in general, you might use some couple of things like user registration settings, then account activation. In the user registration settings, you have something called account activation by admin. I have turned on by admin. You can even disable the registration, or you can say no activation, giving immediate access to them, or you say by admin only. If you want to keep your board very private and force your users to log in before viewing anything, you have to turn on by admin. Once you turn on by admin and click on submit at the bottom, it will immediately get activated. And one more thing, by admin requires something called email settings to be enabled. So email settings enable board wide emails. You should be enabled for the admin to control everything. So just enable board wide emails, enable it. If you have something called SMTP server, you want every email to go through a particular SMTP server, you can turn on that in the SMTP settings. Ask your IT support person to do that. But that is up to you. But I would say generally enable board wide emails. If you just enable it, it will work. Okay, next is after general, you can go through forums page where I've created a lot of forums. You can even create sub forums. This is everything in phpBB is a forum. So once you create your main forums or categories, they are called categories at the top level. So once you create your categories, you can go inside each category and create forums. And inside each forum, if you go through, you can create sub forums. How do you create that? Just click on this box at the below here and then name the forum and click on the create new forum. It will create it at this level, whatever level you are in. It will create a new forum. So I just go through the technology. Let's say I click on the technology and then I create a forum here. Or if I go through this forum, I just create another forum which will become a sub forum to that. And then you can give permissions to the forum. You can ask them to copy the permissions from the parent forum or whatever it is. You can quickly do that. Explore all that. See how I created and given permissions. You click on anything and click edit. You can do that. Like for example, I go through the board index. I go through technology and then say edit settings here. There is something called edit. So click the edit and see that this is a category I put, and it's not a forum, it's a category, main category, and no parent, do not copy permissions. All these are set here. But suppose you want to let's say I go to the forums and then go to the technology and go through the subforum, and in that I can edit it. I can edit this subforum and then say this is a forum, this is the parent forum is technology, and then do not copy permissions. All this I have set it. So this is up to you. Forums, you can explore it. You can set the permissions here. You can ask, you can also even assign your users as forum moderators to do various tasks of moving and maintaining the forums. This is okay. And then comes the posting tab, where you can do some attachment settings. You can control all the settings of the postings. Users and groups. This is a very important section. You will see all your registered but inactive users. If you have turned on activation only by admin in the general settings, you have to approve your inactive users. Only then they will get it approved. So you can mark it and say click activate and click submit. They will get activated immediately. So this is how you will activate your inactive users in group. Permissions, you can set all your forum permissions and all such things. Forum based permissions, you can control each on a very granular level. You can control your forum based permissions. You can automatically approve post and all such things that I've given you a clue in the zip file itself. So you can see that. Now I'll go through the very important part called customize. I click on customize, and here there is something called, you can install your new extensions, manage them. You can install new styles and manage them. You can install new language packs. By default, this is British English pack is there, but you can add more languages. If you really require to see everything in your language, you have to add new languages. Otherwise, if you're happy with the English setting, you can go ahead with it. Of course, you can copy and paste your post in different languages depending on the character set support. If you the default character set is UTF-8 and supports many languages. So phpBB is you can raise many posts in different languages which the UTF-8 supports, the character set supports. So that is up to you. But let me go through the customize panel now, and then say manage extensions. You can add your new extensions here. But how do you add it? First, you have to go through you can explore a Windows Explorer or Finder or whatever it is. I will give you at least 4 useful extensions, but other extensions you can download from the extensions database of phpBB website. So that is up to you. So I will give you a sample extension. I will show you now how I'm going to extract the zip file. First, let's say phpBB extension login required. Let's say I want to force all my users to log in and disallow any guest logins. So nobody will be able to view anything unless they log in or even raise post. So I go through this phpBB extension login required. I right click it and extract it. Choose extract. This will extract it by the author name, either phpBB author name or the Cassimi or DMZX. All these are individual authors who have given that nice extensions. So once I extract the zip file of that extension, I will upload it through the FileZilla client. So I go through the FileZilla. I just put the host name as node.local or whatever host name you kept for your virtual system. Give the host name. Give the username as Bitnami. Password as change _ this is the default password. If you change it, you put that password here. And port number is 22. I just click on quick connect. I abort the previous connection, ask it to connect it. It will connect. Once it connects, I set my local folder to that phpBB other useful extensions. This is the local folder, and this is the remote folder or the no system server folder. And I go through the ext folder. Ext stands for extension, language stands for languages, and style stands for styles. And my files is where you will upload your images and etc. So let me go through the ext folder now. Ext stands for extensions. I just double click it and I add the Cassimi folder there, which is the login requires author. I just right click it and click on upload. So it uploads the Cassimi folder there, and I go through the admin control panel now. I once again click customize. It automatically says your disabled extension login required is under disabled extension. I click on enable, and are you sure you want to enable it? I say enable it. So now it stands enabled. I say login required is enabled, but again this is not enough. Once you enable the extension, newly activate newly installed extension, if you enable it, go through the extensions panel. See, from customize, go to the extensions panel, and then here you will see any new extension which has come. You might have its own configuration, like for example login required, scheduled maintenance, pages, media embed plugin. All these are very useful things. YouTube, suppose you want to embed YouTube videos, you can use the media embed plugin. If you want to create static pages at the top of giving a link at the top, you can create a static pages and manage its pages setting. Scheduled maintenance you can manage here, and configuration login required, I'm managing I click that and I say enable this extension globally, yes, and click submit. So once I do this, it will get activated and you will start receiving a login pop-up before you allow anybody to view anything. So this is how you will configure the extension. You will in the customize tab, you will add the extension, enable the extension, and then you will configure it further on the extensions tab. So this is important to know. And then maintenance, you will see all the logs, system, you explore all these things yourself. First time before jumping into working on the system, just explore every option, see what is available where. Very important. So you can achieve a lot. I wish you all the best, and hope you have a nice time with this software, open source software, and hope all your users like it. Have a nice day.